This video should help you learn about rolls and their skeletons. I guess you could call it a skeleton ninja challenge. For this ninja challenge, you will learn to diagram a 5, 9, and 13 stroke roll. You will need to do this in class to earn your next belt. Let's start with a 9-stroke roll. This is what a 9-stroke roll looks like. This part of the roll is the actual buzz part, and this note is called the terminating note. When we diagram the skeleton of a roll, we're focusing on this part with the slashes. We will be breaking this note down into 16th notes. Think about how many 16th notes would fit into one quarter note like this one. Hopefully you remembered that 4 16th notes fit into one beat like this one quarter note. Here's what the first part of our skeleton will look like. Notice that there are 4 16th notes because 4 16th notes fit inside one beat. And right now we're just working on this first note. Now we need to make sure we add the terminating note to the end of our roll. The terminating note looks the same as it does in the original roll. The skeleton of this roll would be 4 16th notes because of this one quarter note, plus one quarter note that's tied to the last 16th. To figure out the actual name of the roll, the 9-stroke roll, there's a simple formula, and it is take the number of notes in the skeleton, multiply them by 2, and then add 1 for the terminating note. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 skeleton notes, 16th notes that is, times 2, that would be 8, plus 1 equals 9. So this is a 9-stroke roll. Now let's try a 13-stroke roll. Here's what a 13-stroke roll would look like in music. 1 dotted quarter note plus 1/8 note tied to it. Here's what the skeleton would look like. So we've got our quarter note, so I drew my regular 4 16th notes. That dot, remember, adds half the value of the quarter note. So that's 2 more 16th notes plus our terminating note, the 8th note. And then remember our formula for finding the name of the roll. We count how many 16th notes are in the skeleton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Multiply that by 2, and then add 1. So that equals 13. This is a 13-stroke roll. Last but not least, we'll go over the 5-stroke roll. Here's what the 5-stroke roll would look like in music. This is the actual buzz part of the roll, and this is the terminating note, just like the others. Think about how many 16th notes fit into one 8th note. Remember that there were 4 16th notes in a quarter note, and an 8th note is half of one quarter note. 2 16th notes is the correct answer. So here's our skeleton, 2 16th notes plus 1 quarter note. Using our formula, let's figure out the name of the roll, even though we already know it. We count the number of 16th notes in the skeleton, 1, 2. We multiply that by 2, that equals 4, and then we add 1, that equals 5. So this is a 5-stroke roll. We'll need to be able to count these rolls as well. Let's count a 9-stroke roll first. 1 E and a 2 is the correct way to count a 9-stroke roll. 1 E and a 2. How about a 13-stroke roll? 1 E and a 2 E and. Together, 1 E and a 2 E and. Makes that E much better. 1 E and a 2 E and is how you count a 13-stroke roll. We'll count this 5-stroke roll with a rest in front of it. It's just an 8th rest, so we'll start on the and. This will be counted as, we'll put a 1 in parentheses, and a 2. So it'll be and a 2, and a 2, and a 2, just like that. You might want to rewind and take some notes to help you remember how to write all these skeletons out. Remember, for your Ninja Challenge, you will be asked to write the skeletons of these roles on the board. We'll count them together in class. Happy practicing!